G'day and welcome to this week's Friday Beers and Tools with Andy. This week we've got another Tasmanian beer. This is Morrison Brewery Session Ale. I do like a good Tassie beer. Alright, what does Morrison Brewery have to say about their Session Ale? It is a clean, medium-bodied, crisp, dry-finished ale bursting with grapefruit and lime. Interesting. Session Ale is unique in that it still tastes like a craft beer. Massive amounts of flavour for a beer that's only 3.5%, so mid-strength, and very easy on the palate. It will suit non-craft drinkers and those at the beginning of their craft journey through to die-hard fans. I guess I'm a die-hard fan. Happy Friday. Nice malty, strong malty, but not overbearing. Grapefruit and lime. I get a little bit of the lime. Grapefruit. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of citrusy notes there. Interesting. Morrison Brewery is brewed right here in Launceston, in the north of Tasmania. And this is the first time I've tried any of their beers. In fact, I found it in BWS not very long ago here in my home area. It's an interesting beer. It's definitely a session ale. You could drink quite a bit of that, but 3.5%, you know, it's a mid-strength, so that's a very nice, easy drinking beer. On my Spanner scale, that's probably a 4 out of 5. Not bad at all, Morrison Brewery. Okay, before we get on to our tool this week, I'd like to show you a new shirt that I've got. This was found on a fellow YouTuber's channel, actually, and he was touting this t-shirt from a company, Australian company, and I thought it was particularly funny. I work with tools. Well, since I'm retired, crap, it means I'm a tool. Oh well. I thought it was funny. This week's tool is, now my American friends will probably identify this if they're familiar with the Eastwood brand in the US. Eastwood seems to be a very, very popular car repairing tools, all sorts of stuff. We don't get much of it in Australia, unfortunately, and what we do get is very expensive because of the fact that we pay more for tools in Australia, plus I guess there's freight costs getting it from the States to here. So I had been looking at an Eastwood paint stripping burnishing tool. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I'll put a picture of it up here, for quite a while, and I'm actually thinking about Project Harriet, my 1966 HR Holden. Will need a complete strip back to bare metal. The Eastwood product, if you can get it in Australia, is very expensive, as I said, and so I had a look on eBay to see whether there was any Chinese sellers of Chinese type tools that are similar on eBay. Nothing on Amazon. And I came across this fella. So this is a 240 volt burnisher polishing machine. Let me just get it out of the box so I can show you properly. That's one of the burnishing wheels. Bag of tools. It's got a bit of heft to it. It's a 1400 watt motor. Oh. I don't want you getting into it. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, I'm trying my GoPro Hero 8 with a different setup, so give me some feedback. It's being shot in 4K, so hopefully it's better quality for you. Right, so what comes in the kit? Well, yeah, that's interesting. The speed control sticker's already nearly falling off. Chinese. Look, this is a $75 tool for memory. I'll put that up in a sec. It is a 1400 watt motor, and it does come with the Australian 240 volt plug, so that's a good thing. These are the Burnishing Wheels, and I believe there are non-woven. It's very much like a Brillo pad, you know, type Scotch-Brite pad scourer. So not designed for taking off metal, but certainly excellent at taking off paint and rust. And comes with a guard, which of course many YouTubers won't bother putting on. And once the guard's in place, I won't screw it in. It does come with a handle as well for on the side here. Then you slip your burnishing wheel on, and then there's a bolt that attaches it on the end. So what do you get in the kit? It is a brushed motor, so like most Chinese tools, they give you a spare set of brushes. They do give you tools. Not all the tools you need, but some tools to be able to put the thing together. Looks like most tools. And 2 burnishing wheels. Now, I haven't used this yet. Like I said, I did buy this for Project Harriet, the HR, but I'm keen to give it a go. So some of its specs: it's a 1400 watt brushed motor. It has a variable speed, so very similar to a polisher unit, from 600 to 3600 RPM. The drill wheel size is 120 by 100 mil, and the overall product size is 46 centimeters by 22 centimeters by 21 centimeters, and it comes with a 1.8 meter or 180 centimeter cable length, 6 foot cable length. These burnishing wheels do come in different grit settings, very similar to sandpaper. This comes with 80 grit, so obviously pretty aggressive for removing rust and paint. And I have purchased some others, which I haven't got here, that are a little bit lighter, a little bit finer. So this tool, when I purchased it from this particular seller on eBay, it cost me $72.55 delivered. I do note, however, it must be very popular because it's gone up to $125.55, and they're charging $47 postage. So there probably are other versions of it. If there are, I'll put a picture up here to the top here, and I'll put a link down in the description below, not only to this one that I purchased, but if there's any cheaper versions on eBay. These, from all accounts, are an amazing bit of kit for removing rust and paint, especially off large panels. They don't generate a lot of heat because, like I said, it's like a Scotch-Brite material. They just rip the paint off really, really well without doing any damage to the metal itself, which so many grinding discs or flat discs or whatever, it's very easy to actually go below the paint surface and actually start digging into the metal. So these are terrific for paint removal. So let's talk about value for money. Look, if they're still available for $70 odd, and like I said, I'll research that and put that up here, then it's probably a 5 out of 5 for value for money. 5 out of 5 beers, speaking of beers. $70 tool, yeah, okay, it's Chinese. Will it last like a Makita or a DeWalt or whatever else? Probably not. But like I said, the Eastwood version, and Makita and all the big tool manufacturers don't seem to make a version of this at all. So Eastwood seems to be the only good quality tool, probably made in China as well, knowing a lot of manufacturers now. Look, it's a 5 out of 5 if you can get it for that price. If it's over $100 like this particular seller's now selling them for, yeah, that's not good value at all. That's almost doubled in price. Plus the postage, I paid no postage on mine. So I'll do a bit of research and I'll put the other information up here. Right, well, it seems I got a bargain at $75 odd because the cheapest I can find on eBay now is $90.99 with $46 postage, because it is fairly hefty. It does weigh a bit. That's disappointing. I don't know why such a major increase in price, but yeah, disappointing. So 140, 150 odd dollars for a Chinese tool. That brings the value for money down to probably a 2.5 out of 5 beers. Functionality, I can only give you an overview at the moment because, like I said, I haven't used it. I will be using it in the Project Harriet videos coming up when I start stripping panels to see what I'm working with. So I'll be able to give you a much better idea of what it's like. And look, I have no real doubt that it's going to be a pretty good quality tool. It's exactly the same as one of the Chinese polishers that I've got, and it's been going for years and years. It's just a different gearbox head, or at least different spindle, etc. size to work with the large burnishing brushes. So for functionality, I'm going to give it an initial I don't know question mark because I haven't run it yet, but I will do a follow-up on this when I do start stripping panels on one of the many vehicles that I own. I think I own too many vehicles. Anyway, that's it. Short and sharp. Right, I have to tell you that I probably won't be able to make a fry bat for the next couple of weeks because I am off to Bathurst next week for my American and overseas friends. You may have heard of the Bathurst 1,000 kilometre race run around Mount Panorama in Bathurst, New South Wales. And I've been going for many, many years, but I haven't been for the last 6 or 7 years. Due to being up in the Northern Territory, too far to travel, and so my son is picking me up at the airport and we're going for a boys weekend to Bathurst. So hopefully I'll do a live stream at some stage, probably next Friday in the lead up to the big race on Sunday, and then we'll see you in a couple of weeks for another fry bat. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See ya.